Last game, Ibrox for this season for Rangers, the old firm. Now, as we know, going into this game, the title race was already decided. Celtic have won the league for an eighth time, and there was a big debate over the whole Guard of Honour. I'm not going to tell you where I stand with that, but anyway, uh, Rangers started the game very well. Free kick early on. Tavernier had the free kick, and he's obviously he's tried to kind of cross the ball in, but it's caught the keeper out, and the ball's gone straight in. It's a bit of a fluky goal, to be honest, but he'll certainly take it. Bain can't really kind of react to it because it takes a touch off of a Rangers player, even a Celtic player. The ball's going to end up in the net, so a difficult one for him for sure, as he couldn't get down quick enough to stop it when he did realise it was going in, and that was 1-0 to Rangers. And Rangers controlled this whole entire game, although there was periods in the game where they really kind of let Celtic back into it, where there was points where Celtic would be trying to attack, and there was some really good pressing by Rangers that got them back down the field, and some of the play in the midfield was really good. But I felt the first half that the performance, it wasn't as good as the other old firm we beat them at Ibrox. I felt that we at times kind of sat off, kind of let them back into the game a bit, and a game that we were kind of in full control of, really. Second half was a lot better. We got the second goal. It was a really good play by Kamara, who was excellent in the midfield for Rangers. Skips away from the Celtic player, runs down the line, passes a really good ball in. Defoe with an excellent dummy. Arfield doesn't look like he's going to get to the ball, but doesn't give up on it. Gets to the ball and slides it in for 2-0, and it was 2-0 to Rangers. But before that, Celtic had a corner, and Flanagan, well, it doesn't appear to. Flanagan elbows Scott Brown in the box, and really very lucky not to get a red card. Should have definitely walked for that. Only got a yellow card, and it's a strange one because the referee's got a perfect view, and it does appear that Flanagan does look at Brown and elbows him. So that was very lucky. But to be honest with you, Celtic didn't get a chance on goal until much late on. There was a ball played across goal, and Oliver Burke really should score. I mean, you can see when a player's short and confident, scuffs the effort towards goal, and Fornham made it a really good save. And to be fair, I wasn't feeling that confident about this old firm after Alan McGregor being an absolute idiot and getting sent off against Hibernian, because call a spade, that's exactly what he was by kicking it at McNulty. There was just no reason for it. But the Rangers defence, and particularly Nikola Katic, but although the whole back four played well, Tavernier played really well. I know I've criticised him before in one of the old firm videos I've done. Katic was excellent. Every kind of ball over the top, every kind of bit of defending, he won everything. It was just apart from where that Celtic got that chance near the end when Edouard skipped away from quite easily. But I think Katic just got a little bit overzealous. You know, he's still young, remember. He obviously ran over to try and close down the ball, and Edouard played the ball into Oliver Burke, who should have scored to make it 2-1, but obviously he didn't. Flanagan, apart from he should have walked for a red card, putting a couple of really good challenges. He looked really good at the back as well. Goldson was very assured. Probably as good a performance as it was when we beat Celtic at Ibrox, just before Christmas time. And Tavernier was really good today as well. Didn't really put a foot wrong. His deliveries mostly were good. There was a couple of obviously free kicks that weren't that great a delivery either. Didn't beat the first man, or went over the bar. But he scored the one that mattered. I mean, it was a bit of a fluke goal, as I say, but it certainly gave Rangers the foundation to go and win this game. Glenn Kamara was excellent again, oozed class. I mean, you talk about a player that came from Dundee, a team that's struggling at the bottom of the table, not really looking that spectacular, and he just looks so assured, just so good in the ball. It's like Steven Gerrard said, I don't know how we can have managed to get a player like that. I think he continues on as he does, and hopefully he'll be at Rangers for many years to come. But unfortunately, just the same as with Celtic, every player's got their price, and that's the way it has to be when you're a Scottish football side. Ryan Jack again was excellent, just really assured, just kept it really simple, played really well. Scott Arfield was excellent again. He's been really excellent, playing in either the kind of wider role and more advanced role, getting more involved. He just really seems to be a player that really kind of gets what it means to play for a club like Rangers. Ryan Kent was good, although sometimes in the final third his decision making led a little bit to be desired. But overall he was pretty decent. Jermaine Defoe led the line pretty well, but obviously was caught offside quite a few times. But he certainly played well. Morelos came on late on. He didn't really, there wasn't really much that he could really have done in that 10-minute period, but obviously nice to see. It would have been nice for him to get a goal. It would certainly give him confidence if he is going to be at Rangers next season, which we obviously don't know at the moment. Ross McCrory came on late on as well, just as just trying to kind of shore the game up, and I can't remember the other player we brought on. But no, overall it was very good from the team, very very good. Stephen Davis was good as well. He came off. Sorry, I think he might have actually come off for McCrory, and obviously Defoe came off for Morelos. But big strides made this season. I mean, that's 6 wins on the bounce. The team is looking a lot better. I mean, Steven Gerrard said that with the Old Firm games last season and the couple of seasons before, we'd be watching as a Rangers fan behind the sofa, and certainly under Steven Gerrard that's not the case now. We can go into any Old Firm, even ones at Parkhead, the one where we went down to 10 men, that proves it. We can go there and think that we can get 3 points or even get a result, or certainly compete with Celtic. So a lot to be positive about. Yes, Celtic have won the league. The gap's now 6 points. Even if they lose their last game of the season, the gap will be down to 3 points. But you've got to look at it objectively and go, it's been real progress made. I mean, there's a crazy stat. We've only lost 2 out of the last 20 games. Only lost 5 league games all season, which is not bad at all. It's just been too many kind of stupid draws along the way. But overall, very kind of happy. And as I said, I'm going to do a kind of retrospect of the Rangers season probably after the last game of the season, which I probably won't see because I'll be working. But I'll certainly give my thoughts on the season and the hopes for next season. And today there was the final day of the title race in England. Mane opened the scoring for Liverpool, slid the ball past Rui Patricio. Brighton did take the lead against Manchester City to give Liverpool a little bit of hope. Glenn Murray with a header. Manchester City would equalise pretty quick. Well, just a minute later with Aguero slides the ball underneath Matt Ryan. Laporte would then head in number 2. Mahrez would score number 3, popped into the top corner, and Gundogan with a really spectacular free kick into the top corner for 4-1. And Manchester City were confirmed champions. As I said before this game, after the Leicester game, I said that Manchester City would beat Brighton. I didn't think that Brighton had it in them to cause an upset. How poorly Man City played against Leicester City, I think if there had been decent opposition, there would have been a chance that Liverpool could have lifted the title today. But both teams have been absolutely incredible. I mean, Manchester City have only dropped 16 points in the league this season. Liverpool only dropped 17. I mean, I have to be honest, I really feel for Liverpool. They got the second goal. Mane was offside for the second goal. The ball's played in by Trent Alexander-Arnold. What a tremendous ball it was as well. And Mane was offside for the header, but he does score. And Liverpool were very comfortable in the game. Manchester City obviously were very comfortable against Brighton. But Liverpool, although it was 1-0 for long periods of the game, I think they would obviously have known that Manchester City were in the kind of pole position for the title even before the game started, but especially when they would have known that Manchester City were ahead, and you could kind of see, even with the second goal, subdued celebrations. But I got a feel for Liverpool. I mean, any other season, 97 points would have been more than enough to win the title and win it comfortably. But just the standards these two teams have set is excellent, and it'd be crazy to see if they could do it again. An incredible title race. Liverpool, of course, still have a lot to play for. They've got the Champions League final against Tottenham Hotspur on June the 1st. So we'll see how that goes. But, as I say, commiserations to Liverpool. Unbelievable effort from them this season. And, it's going to be so difficult for them to just try and go again next year. But, all the best to them. And we'll see how it goes next year. If the two teams can, it's been very, very difficult for either team to reach that standard. I think Manchester City, by retaining the title this season, was an even bigger achievement than winning it last year as comfortably as they did, because last year, although Manchester United finished second last year, but there was no real competition. Liverpool have been every bit of the competition. Manchester City had to win 14 games on the spin to win the title, so it shows how well Liverpool played and how well Manchester City have played. So it was very, very exciting. Thank you for watching. Sorry, this video was a little bit of a kind of mismatch. I watched the game in the bar today with a friend of mine, so it's obviously difficult to give you kind of a constant kind of an analysis. But yeah, that's really it.